more. Python now. What is this now, Python? Oh, Jesus. Oh, and she said she's so small one. There might be more. See, there might be more.
Parks Christian Nigerian Catholics. Ifunanya Nwangene was a 25-year-old Nigerian singer and rising musical talent based in Abuja, Nigeria, who performed in genres like classical, jazz, R&B, and soul. She was popularly known by her stage name Naya or Naya Music. She built a growing presence on social media platforms and was known for her expressive vocal talent and creative engagement with fans online. Her music and performances drew attention from listeners interested in emerging Nigerian artists, and she frequently shared her work digitally. Tragically, Ifunanya passed away on January 31st, 2026. After suffering a snake bite at her home in Lugbe area of Abuja. Reports indicate that despite rushing her to hospitals, she couldn't receive life-saving antivenom treatment due to shortages, and she later passed away. I want you to take a listen to what a Aproko doctor had to say about this. For obvious reasons, obviously, I am not a medical expert, but I feel it's very expedient at this point to listen to what a Aproko doctor had to say about this. And for a little bit of context, a Aproko doctor, as many of us would know, is a very popular medical influencer. Take a listen to what a Aproko doctor had to say about this and make of it what you will.
I'm sure you've heard the story about the lady who was bitten by a snake and she died, right? And it's a very sad story, especially when you think about it. But what if I tell you it's not the snake that killed her? I mean, snakes bite people everywhere. Whether you're in the bush, you're in the city, India, Australia, other countries, snake bite people everywhere, but they do not die like this. They do not die just because they went to two hospitals, not one, two separate hospitals, and they looked them straight in the eye and told them, we do not have antivenom. In a country where snakes live in 2026, not 1980, not 1970, 2026. And it has happened to somebody who is popular, but think about the other people it has been happening to that did not have anybody to report to, they didn't have any place to go, and they typically just lost their lives. Bright futures cut short. And when you think about it, if you even come to the research, Nigeria has a particular antivenom developed for Nigerian snakes. It's called Echitab. ECHITAB. The question is, why was this antivenom not in the fridges of the hospitals that she went to? Simply because we've forgotten the basics. Our politicians are building flyovers where ambulances don't exist. We're focusing on building ultra-modern hospitals when the primary healthcare center, which is the first point of call in any functioning country, should be. But rather than focus on those ones, they would rather want to do a big project, they'll cut ribbon, and everybody's going to clap for them simply because they're trying to focus on the next election rather than the lives of the people that they're actually supposed to save. We've forgotten the basics. In every primary healthcare center, the basic small hospital that's beside you should have antivenom. In a country where snakes live, they should have oxygen. They should have people who know what to do. We've been shouting about it. Doctors have been on strike for a while, but it seems nobody's talking about it because, it don't really concern me like that. No, it does. It does. But when doctors go on strike asking for better conditions, better services, even help us do our work better, the same people who are politicians find a way to put the people against the doctors and make the doctors the enemy rather than the people who are actually supposed to provide this healthcare for you. We've forgotten the basics. We've forgotten the basics. Well, recently on the project where I've been going from state to state, the first one was Gombe, the next one was Enugu. I'll be going to other states in the country and we're going to be shouting, know your PHC. Take your phone, go to your PHC and demand it. Most times when we start, some of those projects, it's not healthcare. Person way chop. Person go first chop before he do healthcare. Now look at what's happening. This is just anti-venom. How about the women who die from childbirth? See, and this is not just village people at work, because I see that some people have already turned the conversation into, it was a spiritual snake, it was this and it was this, and that's why our politicians are lucky people. Because they know that once they spin a particular story, everybody will run with it. Nobody's asking why does our hospitals don't have antivenoms? The money that was budgeted for the primary healthcare centers, why was it not supposed to do what it was supposed to do? But rather they are saying, he's a spiritual snake, he's a neighbor, he's jealous of these things. That is how they keep us down. Well, we can do what we want to do. But what I will say is, when time comes to actually demand accountability for healthcare, if you hear budget allocation, don't just tune off. Ask, does my primary healthcare, we should stop praising audio projects when primary healthcare centers don't even have common paracetamol. Go to the pin post on my page and look at that. Those are primary healthcare centers that's actually supposed to help people survive. We failed this young lady today. We're failing others. It concerns all of us, and that's all I'll say. Thank you.
We cannot continue to close our eyes to what is obviously wrong with our health system in Nigeria. And if we continue to pretend with this very terrible attitude that unfortunately we have adopted, this attitude of no consign me, no consign me, there is a lot that needs to be done as far as our health system is concerned. We need to do what is right. And until what is right is done, things like this will keep on happening over and over again. And that is not what we want for any citizen of this country. May the soul of Ifunanya and the souls of all the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. Amen. Please remember her family in your prayers.